is truly an inspiration. Jason Fowler turned his life around after going from having a music record contract to being homeless and living on the streets of Atlanta. Homeless, record deal. How does this happen? This is unbelievable. He's back and better than ever. Jason, thanks for being on the program. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
What an amazing story. If you're not inspired after this half hour, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, because these stories are just fantastic. And so you were homeless, and I want to hear about this and how you got to where you are today.
Well, I started playing guitar when I was 16, and shortly after that I started drinking and started, you know, kind of getting into the whole lifestyle of rock and roll, and got in a couple of bands, and then got into a band that actually got a record deal. And you know, my whole life I was searching for something just to fill me up inside, make me feel loved and everything. And what I was searching through is, it ended up being drugs, alcohol, you know, bad relationships, things like that that really couldn't fulfill me. And I thought that if I had the record deal, everything was going to be fine, but still that addiction was there. And then a short time later, I found myself homeless in Atlanta. We lost the record deal and actually got to a place where I was not seeing my family, not seeing anybody. I didn't like who I was. And to be out on the street like that and to not know where you're going to be staying the next night and be into drugs and alcohol, I was just at a place of surrender. I was like, God, whoever you are, whatever you are, please help me out because I need you.
That's where you got to go. And how long were you homeless?
Well, it was a downhill slide from, I was like 4 or 5 years, and the last
4 or 5 years.
Well, the last year was really where I got to where
Okay.
it was. I was more or less homeless out
On the street.
Yeah, and I was staying with different people, you know, at different times wherever I could find a place to stay, you know. And I would go home maybe 6 months here or there, you know. It just wasn't really fulfilling me inside to be who I wanted to be. Really, when I was 15, I had this vision of being a certain person. And you know, when I got to that place of surrendering on the streets and saying, God, whoever you are, whatever you are, please help me out, I went into a homeless shelter, and it was up in Athens. Spent about a year, and ended up getting to a place where I started healing, and I started getting better, and I started getting a relationship with God. And then I started, you know, my family started coming back. And I told somebody before, it's like a country song backwards, you know. You get your family back, you get your car back, you get all these things.
Amazing.
I started getting my license back and different things like that. Wow. And then started playing actually music that meant something to me. You know, it's a story of my life. My last record, Letters from the Inside, was about my recovery, my redemption, my finding that love that I was made to have, which is a relationship with God to me.
Yeah, and what would you tell people? What's the underlying message here for anybody that is struggling where you were and wants to get where you are now? Is there an underlying message here?
Yeah, it's about I can't. He can, and I'm going to let him. It's pretty much about being willing to surrender and to love people and to find that healing and hope through not drugs, not alcohol, not you know, being famous or anything like that, but finding a spiritual relationship first.
Higher power.
Higher power.
That's awesome.
Know, for me, that's what it was all about.
So, Jason, I want to hear your music. I'm anxious to hear you play. I know you're a great musician. What are you going to play for us, and then we'll go from there?
This is a new song coming up on my new record called Family.
All right, take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Fowler.
When I was 23, I was searching for what would make my life complete. And I was searching low and high, looking for the love to fill me up inside. And I was made for you. We were made to help each other through this life. Together, you and me, you're my family. Yeah. We've been through our ups and downs. Holding on to you keeps my feet on solid ground. And when you ever need a hand, just grab a hold of mine, and we will sing and dance. And I was made for you. We were made to help each other through this life. Together, you and me, you're my family. Yeah, you're my family. And I know the years will come and go. All the roads we take will grow deeper on our face, and truth will always keep us free. No one will see what you know about me. And I was made for you. We were made to help each other through this life.